They say names carry power. I was almost named Abrebrese, a name that means one who has suffered. My mother bore that name in her spirit during the months I lived inside her womb. She suffered, alone. Little did I know that my life would be shaped by that same pain, but also by unimaginable grace. My mother was alone. My father was gone, no support, no shoulder to cry on. The pregnancy wasn't just physically painful, it was emotionally crushing. She often said the weight of betrayal lived in her bones. She almost died giving birth to me. The nurses said it was the worst they had ever seen. And yet, she lived. And so did I. I didn't know who my father was until I turned 4. Even then, he was like a visitor in my life. I had 3 other siblings and one superhero, my mother. She became everything: breadwinner, protector, teacher, and friend. But as a child, I never saw the hardship for what it was. My mom hid it well. I only saw love in her eyes, even when she had nothing to give. It was Christmas. My uncle, whom we barely saw, returned to the village. He sat me down, like he always did when he visited. But this time, his words changed my destiny. "I want to help with your schooling," he said. Just like that. I didn't cry immediately, but when I told my mother, we both wept like babies. It was our answered prayer. My uncle brought me into his home. They treated me like family, not like charity. I helped around the house and studied hard. I eventually got into the university. My life was unrecognizable, from the village girl with no hope to a young woman living in the city, dreaming big, serving God, and giving back to her family. I even moved to Accra for my national service. Life was finally good. Then, it happened. I was alone in my room in Accra. It was quiet. I was reading the Bible when suddenly, I felt something. Something strange. It moved inside my head. It was not a dream. It was real. A creeping, crawling, invisible thing. My head felt invaded. I panicked. I prayed. But the more I prayed, the worse it became. My peace shattered in seconds. I didn't tell anyone at first. But when I did, my family was in disbelief. They said all kinds of things: mental breakdown, spiritual attack, witchcraft. I grew lean. From a healthy size 10 to a literal size 0. People looked at me and whispered. Some avoided me entirely. I was a shadow. My uncle sent me back to Kumasi. My job, my friends, my church, I left everything. Back in Kumasi, I was taken to a pastor. He prayed. I studied the Bible. But still, no peace. I was also taken to the psychiatric hospital for tests. Still, no answers. Finally, they decided, send her back to the village. There's a powerful pastor there. That day, I broke down. I cried until my soul felt empty. How did I get here? I whispered. I spent a whole year in that prayer center. My mom fasted and prayed like never before. My father, once absent, now sent money when he could. I remember lying on a mat, thin as a broomstick, and whispering, "God, if you're real, heal me." One day, the movement stopped. Completely. And I knew he had heard me. Slowly, I gained weight again. I started laughing again. My joy returned, not all at once, but in pieces. I began doing business with my sister. Life is still hard, but now I know I am never alone. God saved me again and again. I am living proof that pain is not the end. And my story is just beginning. To anyone out there feeling broken, forgotten, or crushed by life, this is my message to you: God still hears. Pain is not your name. You are not alone. This is not the end. This is your turning point.
For more stories like this, please subscribe, like and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching.